Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up? This is your man Thetch the Great checking in once again. Let's get straight to it, man. You see the title. Elon Musk scorches Earth with 47, or better known to you guys as Donald J. Trump. You know, I gotta say, when I initially saw this union with Elon and Donald Trump, you know, I was already cynical from the get-go. You know, some people thought that this was going to be like some type of power matchup. They thought that they would stay together and wreak all kinds of havoc. But when I initially saw Elon and Donald Trump get together, I knew, and this is what I said. A lot of people doubted me, but I said, I give it a good 6 months until this ends horribly. And lo and behold, it didn't make it anywhere near 6 months. Nowhere near 6 months. I completely agree. A blind man could see this coming. You got two egomaniacs. But I wanted to, matter of fact, let me look at this video. I haven't watched this yet, but let's take a quick look at this video. I just want to take a quick look just for context. This is from, was this from earlier today? I believe he was with the chancellor of, forgot which country, but all right, let's just check this out in real time, all right?
Mr. President, thank you, Mr. President. The criticism that I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen, regarding Elon Musk and your big, beautiful bill, what's your reaction to that? Do you think it in any way hurts passage in the Senate, which, of course, what is you're seeking?
Well, look, you know, I've always liked Elon, and it's always very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, the words, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. It's the biggest cut in the history of our country. We've never cut. It's about 1.6 trillion in cuts. It's the biggest tax cut. You would say people's taxes will go way down, but it's the biggest tax cut in history. It's we are doing things in that bill that are unbelievable. And when you look at what we're doing for small businesses, for people, for middle income people, all of the things that we're doing, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And, you know, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and, you know, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, you know, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles, and they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, you know, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. That's been, I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning.
I don't want to interrupt, but
at all, right?
Isn't it very interesting? As boisterous, as defiant, as brazen as Donald Trump always is, have you guys also picked up on just how careful he is with choosing his words when he discusses Elon Musk? Anyone else, he goes at their throat. But when it comes to Daddy Elon, because I've said this many times, I think it's the other way around. Some people think that Elon was a part of his cabinet, but no, I think Elon was running the goddamn show. That's just my theory. I think Elon is the one that he knows is going to need to give him a favor. Donald Trump's going to need Elon in a matter of years. We're talking about the wealthiest man on the planet. I don't think it's the other way around. But that's just my belief. Just my belief. What? Sade, don't make me block you. Let's continue the video.
From the beginning. But I know that it disturbed him. He wanted, and rightfully, you know, he recommended somebody from that he, I guess, knew very well. I'm sure he respected him, but to run NASA.
Let me skip that.
And I didn't think it was appropriate. And he happened to be a Democrat.
Let me know what y'all
totally Democrat. And I say, you know, look, we won. We get certain privileges, and one of the privileges, we don't have to appoint a Democrat. NASA is very important. We have great people. General Kane is going to be picking somebody with our. We'll be checking him out, seeing. But he wanted that person, a certain person, and we said no. And you know, I can understand why he's upset. Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk. And even with the black eye, I said, do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup. But he said, no, I don't think so, which is interesting. And very nice. He wants to be who he is. So you could make that statement too, I guess. Look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill. We call it a great, big, beautiful bill because that's what it is.
Al, what's going on, Al?
Again,
What's going on,
biggest tax cuts in history, biggest economic development moves anywhere. We've never done anything like it. Business is spurred. And I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but the numbers came out. Even the CBO, which is run by Democrats, said that we're going to be doing, I'd like you to discuss it, the 2.8 trillion that CBO. This is a group of people that are Democrats.
I'm not going to watch the whole
They're
thing.
very hostile to
I'm not
us.
going to watch the whole thing.
They just came out with phenomenal numbers, what it does. You want to mention that, Scott?
Yes, sir. So what we've seen is we keep hearing from the CBO that there's going to be a large deficit from the bill, which we disagree with, but using the CBO scoring, they came out and scored the tariff revenue. We think it'll be the minimum of 2.8.
One other video I wanted y'all to see, right? That's one you see the one about Elon firing back as well. Let's watch that one. One second. My bad, y'all. One second. Let me stop this, man. Share that one. Building it while I'm flying it, guys. Hold on. Here we go. There we go.
Elon Musk.
Let's start it over.
Stepping up his attacks, calling on his supporters to help kill the bill, projected to add more than $2 trillion to the national debt. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott at the White House. Good morning.
Did y'all hear that? This big, beautiful bill is going to add $2 trillion. If anybody was on my stream yesterday, I was talking about the U.S. national debt. Most lemmings don't even realize that the U.S. is in such a colossal national debt to so many other countries, but $2 trillion is what the big, beautiful bill is going to add to the U.S. national debt. And I'll talk about that after this video. Let's continue.
Morning, Rachel.
Hey, George, good morning to you. And Elon Musk is not backing down. He's now launched a pressure campaign against this bill as the president is pushing senators to get behind it.
This morning, a growing rift between the president and Elon Musk, the architect behind the massive shakeups that marked Trump's first 100 days. The billionaire who spent more than $270 million of his own money to help get the president and other Republicans elected called Trump's signature budget bill a disgusting abomination. Musk now ramping up the pressure, writing, "Call your senator, call your congressman. Bankrupting America is not okay. Kill the bill." Musk warning about the level of spending in the bill, which the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates will add $2.4 trillion to the national debt.
Wow.
Sources tell us he also expressed frustration that the bill cuts the electric vehicle tax credit, which benefits owners of electric vehicles, including Tesla, and that he personally pushed senior lawmakers, including Speaker Mike Johnson, to keep it in. Johnson telling reporters the president was not pleased by those comments from Musk.
As you know, he's not delighted that Elon did a 180 on that. But look, I don't know what happened.
I'm going to ask you.
Everybody can draw their own conclusions about that.
Other Republicans pushing back.
He's one man. He's not my constituent. He's not even a donor that I know of. So, he's one guy.
Give us some productive feedback that we can operate on. I can't operate on platitudes, or I can't respond.
The president meeting with key senators at the White House, urging them to pass the package, which extends the 2017 Trump-era tax cuts, sets aside nearly $50 billion to resume construction on the border wall, and pushes work requirements for Medicaid. By some estimates, the changes to Medicaid would force 11 million Americans to lose their health insurance over 10 years. Jesus Acosta is his mom's full-time caretaker after she was hit by a car. He worries she would be one of those millions of Americans.
She relies on Medicaid for her medication, for her doctor.
I'm gonna let it run just a little bit longer, guys. I just want to.
And if Medicaid gets cut, then that would be an expense that's coming out of my pocket, and I would have to be forced to work more hours and spend less time providing care for my mom.
So Musk is also calling on Republicans to rip up the bill, but senators I've spoken to say they do not have time to start all over, especially because the president wants this bill on his desk by July 4th. As for now, President Trump, we still have not heard from him directly on these comments by Elon Musk. Rebecca?
All right, Rachel, thank you.
Stop buying courses. But first things first,
Let me build your store.
All right, here we go, guys. Let's talk about that, right? So I don't even know where to start, honestly. I was just talking. It's just ironic because I was just talking about this yesterday. Well, first of all, let me get a consensus first. Who the fuck thinks that Donald Trump is actually running the country? Let me get a consensus there. Who thinks Donald Trump is actually running this damn country? Do any of y'all think that? I'm sure a lot of people do. A lot of people think that the president of the United States runs the country. Is there anyone who sees it otherwise? I guess that's the better question for me to ask. Do any of y'all see it as otherwise, as perhaps another entity that's actually pulling all the strings to this puppet show? Let's see. Let me read a few comments. We got, I see. LB says, what a shamble. Really bad looks. They just don't understand why diplomatic ethics are so important in global politics. True. Very true. Brandon, what's going on, bro? Impeach Trump now. Pam Bundy, Mike Johnson, all protected this pedophile. Whoa. See, certain words I can't say, man. You trying to get me in trouble. I can't say that on YouTube, bro. Hid it from the American people. Like you said, somebody said Epstein files. I mean, it's really all lining up. It's all lining up. But what we got? FBI. Trump is it's the little horn. Okay, very interesting. Have you guys ever heard the term that the president is not elected, but the president is selected? Have y'all ever heard that term before? There's a lot of truth said in jest, and there's a lot of truth said when people say things just tongue in cheek, but that is absolutely a fact. Going back as far as, should I put the tinfoil hat on already? Oh, fuck it. Why not? Why not? There's a lot of, remember when we were discussing the Bilderberg group yesterday? This group of the world's most powerful people that meets once per year, not even covertly anymore. They don't even try to hide anymore. They just say, look, it is what it is. You see us meeting up. You see us going into this desolate hotel over here. We're meeting up. We're getting together. We're deciding on what moves are going to happen in the world. We're deciding on what exactly this economy is going to do. We're deciding on all of that right now. We don't give a fuck if y'all see us anymore. That's how they move now. They used to move covertly. Not anymore. The Bilderberg group is just out in the open now. Who gives a fuck? Why can't you say that word? Why can't I say the peep out word? It's just not good for my channel. YouTube likes to censor any talk that is salacious. They like to censor, they like to shadow ban, they like to deplatform, and they like to demonetize. That's just how YouTube gets down. Seeing as this is not my platform that I'm on, YouTube is ultimately what runs the show. So I kind of have to still try to toe that line, guys. I try to speak real and raw, but at the same time, I had to be smart about it. I can't just fly off the handle, even though I would love to. I really would. You know, and if you've seen my content before, I really do still go in. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Okay, appreciate that. You know, I do a little something. What else we got? Let me move. I missed some comments up further, but I want to know what y'all think about this. Isn't it interesting that Donald Trump and Elon, they were besties just a month ago, right? And like I said, in case you missed it earlier, I called it when I first saw this union. I said, I give that about a good 6 months until this ends terribly. Lo and behold, it didn't even take anywhere near that long. It took less than 2 months before this entire thing imploded. You got two absolute unbridled egomaniacs. You got Donald Trump, who we already know how he gets down, and then we got Elon, who, in case you missed yesterday, I look at Elon as a real life representation of Ozymandias from Watchmen. He's obviously the wealthiest man in the world. He's truly a brilliant guy. You can't have that kind of impact and that kind of control over so many of the world's most important infrastructures and verticals, such as SpaceX and Starlink and Neuralink, Tesla. His hands were involved in the beginning of PayPal. Obviously, he sold off his shares there, and that's what helped him propel to building all these other companies and all these other infrastructures. But when you have a guy with that much unbridled power, that kind of unchecked power, you would be an absolute moron or absolute bird brain to think that in any way Donald Trump has any influence over this man. No. Quite the contrary. Elon is the motherfucking puppet master pulling the strings. Dance, motherfucker, dance. And if you don't think Donald Trump was doing a jig for him behind closed doors, then you got another thing coming. And that's why Donald Trump is very careful with how he talks about Elon, even though this union has come to an abrupt halt. You don't see him saying anything negative about Elon. He wouldn't dare. He wouldn't dare fix his mouth to say something negative about this guy who he's going to need very much so once he's out of office. He's going to need him. Elon makes Donald Trump look like a welfare case. Can we all agree on that? a welfare case compared to Elon. Hundreds of billions compared to what's done on that these days. I mean, I'm guessing he's still in the 5 to 6 billion range, maybe a little bit less. I'm not sure. I don't pocket watch that damn much when it comes to these motherfucking celebrities. Let's see. Elon paid for a president. Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that, Brandon. If you guys are not up to speed, Elon Musk, out of his own pocket, paid 270 million M's, 270 of them things to get Trump back in office this time. A drop in the hat to him, of course, but you don't think he wants some kind of return on that investment? You think he's down with Donald Trump talking about cutting EV tax breaks and shit, cutting electronic vehicle tax breaks that Elon was dependent on with Tesla? You know Tesla's been tanking over the last 3 months, and I've just been re-upping on that stock. That's another conversation. I hope y'all have too. I hope y'all been buying in heavy with Tesla. It's always going to rebound. It's the industry leader when it comes to EV. Why wouldn't you still be averaging in and getting your weight up as far as those stocks? But anyways, if you don't think that he feels some kind of way about the big beautiful bill completely cutting all kinds of measures and things that they had in place for EV, you must be crazy. That's the only reason he's fucking with Trump. It's the long game. Elon's looking at this entire thing like it's a beautiful chess game. He's like, yeah, Donald, yeah, I fuck with you. Yeah, man, I'll help you start the Doge out, the Department of Government. What is it called? The Department of Government Efficiency. That was what they called it, Doge. And then you had a lot of morons that thought that correlated to the cryptocurrency, Doge. Are y'all still fucking with that crypto? That's it. I'm an avid cryptocurrency investor, but I only invest in the ones that actually have real utility, and Doge has absolutely no utility whatsoever. You would have to be silly to do so. But hey, your money, do your thing. Do your thing. Let me take a break to read some comments here. Shout out Michelle Allen. What's going on? Trump and Epstein. Elon is alluding to the fact that Trump was on Epstein Island. I saw that earlier. It looks like Elon's getting ready to play a very dirty game, and he has the absolute luxury of having his own. Oh damn! Why didn't y'all hold me accountable? I completely left out one of the infrastructures. I named SpaceX. I named Neuralink. I named Starlink. I named Tesla, but y'all didn't hold me accountable. Y'all forgot. Y'all didn't let me know that I forgot to list X or Twitter as another infrastructure. So he has one of the foremost communication sites under his thumb as well. And now he's using that as his personal message board to shoot shots at Trump. Take that, bitch. Take that, bitch. Just going crazy in case you haven't checked within the last 8 hours. Just going absolutely insane talking about this big, beautiful bill that he's trying to get completely thwarted. Interesting stuff going on, man. It's crazy how the games that these billionaires play. Anyways, all right, this is anybody. Let me put you on the screen, Big Al. Anybody with the brain knew it's coming. Vic was first, red flag. I just thought it'll take a bit longer and they'll keep dirty laundry. That's what I thought. I thought it would take at least 6 months before this union with Trump and Elon imploded. But damn, bro, it took less than 2 or 3 months before it completely went to shit. That's even faster than I anticipated. 100K Bitcoin. I don't think so. Is Bitcoin back up to 100K? I don't think so. Wait a minute. Why do I even have to ask? Let's just look at this shit in real time. Let's see. Bitcoin is currently Oh shit. I must be slipping. And that's my bad. I'm clearly slipping. Okay. Because if y'all take a look here, we can all see that Bitcoin is now 101,000. Okay. I must be slipping. I clearly have not been paying attention. Bitcoin is back over 100K. That's interesting. That's interesting. So what does that mean for, and I don't mean to get off track here. I just want to check to see what Ethereum's at, even though I don't like all the gas fees. So Ethereum is at 2417. And just for the heck of it, let's look at what Sui's at. Sui is, I'm sorry, I'm probably mentioning crypto y'all don't know shit about. It's okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Crypto Sui is at 2.94. Okay, cool. Interesting stuff. Okay. Very interesting. So crypto is back on the up on the ascension, which is really good. That's really good if you're an investor Or even if you're somebody who's trying to make a quick buck, if you catch it while it's on a huge drop, you can definitely make great money in short terms of time with cryptocurrency. Let's see, moving all the way, he said moving all your Doge into Bitcoin. That's smart. It's just smart. Bitcoin is obviously the foremost cryptocurrency. It's the granddaddy of them all, and it's what moves the entire tide when it comes to cryptocurrency. So if you can, even if it comes down to buying fractional coins when it comes to Bitcoin, you should absolutely put as much as you can into that one. It's always going to rebound and it's always going to continue to go higher. And I think that cryptocurrency is definitely here to stay. Some people think it was a bubble. It's not a bubble. It's not a bubble. It has an actual utility. Different cryptocurrencies have different utilities. I know y'all probably heard of Stellar. Y'all probably heard of XRP, which is Ripple. I know y'all probably have heard of Hedera. You've probably heard of what's another one that I really like? Damn, I don't have to break out my wallet. But anyways, once again, 90% of people are buying a whole Bitcoin. Well, you'll be surprised. Some people are liquidating. He said 90. Where's it at? He said, well, yeah, 99% of people aren't buying a whole Bitcoin. That's true. But some people are liquidating their 401ks just so they can do just that. Or should I say some people did liquidate their 401ks or some of their investment portfolio assets so that they could buy a whole Bitcoin when it was on that huge dip. So some people did that. Some people absolutely did that, bro. Believe it or not. Now, if I was able to do that, I would have done the same damn thing. But I like to straddle my portfolio when it comes to investments. I like to have some crypto. I like to have some stocks, ETFs, bonds, mutual funds, and also gold bars, silver bars as well. I think you should absolutely diversify your investment portfolio as much as you can. Therefore, when one thing drops and something else is going to be going up, you will always be able to mitigate your risk by doing that. It just makes sense. All right, let's see. Oh, Mr. Wyatt, you're about to get blocked, buddy. I don't really do the gay shit, man. No, I don't fuck with that. You about to get blocked. I need a Matter of fact, yeah, I gotta get your bitch ass out of here, man. Nothing personal, you just on some fuck shit. Anyways, what were we talking about? Elon and Trump. Okay. Elon and Trump. Does anybody else have any thoughts about that? I'm just curious. You said that's a bold strategy. I don't really think that strategy was even that bold, honestly. I just think that's smart business. I think it's smart business to always mitigate your risk as much as possible. And now, if any of y'all were on the stream yesterday when I was talking about how I used to be an avid stock options trader, if anybody has ever traded stock options, that's one way to make ungodly amounts of money in a short period of time as well. But it will definitely behoove you to learn technical analysis and also learn to work with a few different indicators before you do so. But if that is absolutely what I would call a high money and high income skill. It is a skill. If you're just blindly opening positions and just hoping that the market goes a certain way, then you're gambling at that point. You're not an actual trader. But the whole point is to actually learn the technical analysis, learn how to read a candlestick pattern, learn how the market moves, learn how to read price action, and actually get into the game. Start little, then build your portfolio and build it up higher and higher. And you can truly make tons of money off of trading. All right. See, man, just that quick. I be going off on tangents, man. I just go off on tangents. I just go. But let's see. My retirement is set. Thankfully, my family is rich. 450 acres in Ohio right now. What did your family get rich off of doing? Mountain bike addict. But congratulations on being rich. That's awesome. I'm not rich. I live a comfortable life, but I do aspire to be rich, and I'm putting all of the work and all the effort into it to make sure that is brought into fruition one day in the near future. That's the goal. That is the goal. If that's not the goal for you, then what the fuck are you doing in life? Are you just comfortable with living a mediocre life? There's some people that actually are. They're comfortable with just clocking in at a mediocre job, going home, sitting on the couch, watching reality TV, and then just rinsing and repeating. That's not living. That's existing. The object is to live life to the fullest, not to simply exist. That should always be the goal. What else we got here? Family was scientists. Y'all got rich being scientists? The fuck? What kind of scientists? I'm interested to know. All right, Germany is building weapons for the EU and Ukraine. In case you guys don't know, EU means European Union. That's what Death Bloom says. Death Bloom. Thank you for the input. Is that really going on? Germany is building weapons for the EU and Ukraine. Interesting. Very interesting. Can you read my comments, please? Keyshawn, let me find your comments. Let me go up. Hold on. Okay. I see. I mean, were there more than just this one? All right, let me start here. All right, how much money have you made in Bitcoin? I don't have any Bitcoin in my portfolio. I don't have a single investment in Bitcoin, even though I would absolutely advise anyone with a brain, if you're able to buy a whole Bitcoin, to absolutely do so. I have no Bitcoin. I like to invest in cryptocurrency that I'm able to buy full coins of. So I have about 4 full Ethereum coins. So that's about almost 10,000 from that. Then I have about 10 Solana. Then I have then I have just thousands and thousands of other cryptocurrency. The object is to find a cryptocurrency that's going to do a 10x. That's the object. So I do all the research, and I'm just trying to find what's going to be that next coin with the utility before it hits that 10x or that 100x. I would assume that's probably what everybody would try to do, but some people just wait. If you're waiting until a cryptocurrency takes the huge leap and then you throw money into it, you've already missed the boat. And that's the problem that so many people fall victim to. For instance, when you remember what SHIB did? What was that? Back in 2022, Shiba Inu. Remember how it made like 1,000x, and then everybody started pouring money into it? That's the wrong way to do it. You got to find out what's going to be, what's a hot commodity before it does that. Before it gets to Coinbase, before it gets to eToro, before it gets to one of the main cryptocurrency brokerages, you got to do it while you still have to jump through hoops to buy it. When you still got to go to one place and actually use the actual long ass blockchain address in order to buy the cryptocurrency, that's when you know that you found something early. When it's not on any of those yet, and you actually got to go find the actual blockchain address, which is like 50 fucking numbers and letters long, and you got to put your money in here. You got to send money from this place to that place. Feels like you're making a black market transaction just to buy cryptocurrency. That's when you know that you have found a cryptocurrency in its infancy before it has made that huge jump. That is the right time to invest in a cryptocurrency, before it makes that 10x explosion, before it makes that 100x explosion. There's a lot of people that bought Solana when it was in the 50 cent to $1 range. Now Solana's in the 200, 300. Imagine having thousands and thousands, or maybe tens of thousands of Solana before it hit that huge increase in value. You'd be rich. Same thing with Bitcoin. I know if a lot of y'all have probably seen that text where the guy was telling people. It was the dude I saw today. It was on my timeline again. This dude was damn near begging people to get rich. He made a video, said, please just put $100 in Bitcoin now and forget about it. This is what he said in 2010. Motherfucker said make this video in 2010, and now that $100 would be worth several. I think they said $100 would have been worth more than 10 million. Now that's just $100 if you would have bought Bitcoin back then. But that's the thing about foresight, guys. By the time the world knows about things, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency, by the time the world and the masses know about it, it's too late. You got to get in before it goes to the damn moon. You got to get in early. I don't know. Y'all gotta excuse me when I go on these rants, man. I'm really passionate about investment. I'm really passionate about finance, trading, all of that shit, amongst other things. Let's see. What are some good stock trading apps? I used to use TD Ameritrade to trade stock options, but then it got bought out by Charles Schwab, and Charles Schwab is just trash. The interface is trash compared to what it used to be when it was owned by TD Ameritrade. And ever since I became a private side employee as a senior analyst at the bank, I can't even trade anymore. I'm a private side employee now. They don't allow us to do any kind of trading, so I don't do it at all anymore. Let's see. Family with scientists. I got to get caught up here. Not trying to ignore y'all. I need to start reading comments. I'll do better. Hold on. Let's see. Yo, when you gonna drop another album? I'm guessing you're calling me some rapper. Let me know who you're trolling me about. Which rapper are you comparing me to now? Every day they compare. Oh, you want to say? Oh, I didn't do below him said, bro, you look like DMX and speak like Sean Wayans. Whoa, that's flagrant. I might have to block you for that, bro. You said I speak like Sean Wayans. I might have to block your ass for that, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. Sean Wayans is the dude that I perceive to be kind of sweet, bro. I know you ain't saying that. Might have to block you. Let me mull it over, see if I'm gonna block your bitch ass. Rick 2324. Let me mull it over a little while. Let's see. Stock trading, avenues for beginners. Oh, easy answer to that. There's this beautiful place called YouTube. This place called YouTube University. That place will teach you absolutely everything you need to know about technical analysis and learning how to trade. That's where I learned. That's where the majority of people learn. YouTube University. You can literally learn everything you need to know in life on YouTube. I know that sounds facetious, but I'm dead serious. There's almost nothing you can't learn by watching YouTube videos. Dude, look up AV. I don't know what that means. Oh, is that a cryptocurrency I need to research? Okay. Michael Gill, look, bro, when you're low and everything is too much, just try calling out to Jesus. What follows you when you die? What am I supposed to do with that comment, man? Seriously, what am I supposed to do with that? That's nothing. Give me something substantive. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this off the screen too. We're done talking about that. Now we're just having open discussion, which is my favorite part. This is my favorite fucking part. So, all right, everyone hit that. Yeah, everybody hit the like button. Damn it. Am I not spitting ism? Am I not giving y'all some real game about investments? Am I not really keeping it a stack? Let's be real. Most people get on YouTube and just want to troll or do whatever's trending. No, I get on here and I want to have actual intellectual conversation with y'all good folks. Let's see. 100 back then. I said 100 back then would have been 200 million. No joke. And back in 2010, okay, I was going low. I didn't want to overshoot it. So yeah, I was thinking it was somewhere in the 100 million, but I just said 10. So yeah, about 100 back in 2010 would it be about, you're saying 200 million now if you put 100 in Bitcoin 15 years ago? Just think about that. Just think about how life-changing your investments can be if you do the research. And even if you're just taking a shot in the dark, guys, just taking a shot in the dark, putting money into something that actually has utility and just forgetting about it. Because what y'all don't think about and what a lot of people forget is that even though cryptocurrency has come quite a ways now, it is still absolutely in its infancy as far as its ability, its application use in total. So there's a long way that we still got to go with crypto. So don't think that you've missed the boat. You have not missed the boat when it comes to crypto. It is just getting started. Bitcoin is obviously, like I said, the granddaddy of them all. We know that. That's nothing new. But there are many more that haven't even begun to hit that parabolic explosion yet. And usually when they go into what they call Bitcoin fatigue, or when Bitcoin starts hitting huge troughs, or what you would call a dip, most people, but I call it a trough. That's what they call it in investment world. Then that's when you start seeing altcoin season go into full effect. And altcoin season means all the coins that actually have real utility outside of Bitcoin, such as an Ethereum, such as a Solana, such as I'm trying to think what's another one, Avalanche. Just so many. I'm sure you guys can just go on Coinbase and you'll see. Just look at the ones that actually have utility. They're going to explode. They were expecting the altcoin season to start at the end of last year. It didn't. So nobody knows when it's going to happen, but it will happen. Trust that. 300 in 2010 would have been 200. I said that. You look Mountain Man. I'm going to block you, man. You going crazy. You kind of flagrant. Let's see. Hey, I like your strong muscles. Thank you. Damn, these people are tripping. Yeah, some of them are, Mike. Some of them are mountain bike addict. They are. The trolls are real these days. Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. Some people get online to do nothing but troll, and I understand that. And I don't mind the trolls. I don't mind the trolls as long as you're willing to actually add to the conversation at some point, which is why I don't block people immediately. If you want to troll, cool. But let's get real. Let's get serious at some point. And let's really be serious about life. That's the whole point. I'm not here to just shoot the shit. It's 8:08. You don't think I would much rather be watching the Pacers and the damn Thunder, which I will do in about 20 minutes or so? I would, but I'm here kicking it with y'all just because, just shooting the shit just because, man. I initially got on here to talk about Elon and Trump because that's interesting. I think that should be interesting to everybody in the U.S. just because I don't see that being over, that entire tirade and that entire exchange, and I want to see where that goes. But I just wanted to question people to see what they thought about that. How many people are even registering the fact that the wealthiest man in the world, who was a South African, was literally was literally in the Oval Office as if he was the damn president himself. He was in there or just as much as the president, standing right next to the president with his hand on his shoulder. And that doesn't even trigger the majority of Americans' minds as being the tad bit peculiar. The puppet master was right next to the president in plain sight. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist. All right, it says, do you think NBA needs to have a DEI program for more white players for like fairness? Why would they do that? It's not about color, bro. It's about who's better, who's competition, just like any other sport. You don't. It all depends. I think that if this is just my view on life, because I'm not one of those people that ever plays victim. I don't accept being a victim in any situation. So that's why, so you're saying DEI? Hell no. Fuck no. Get better. Get better. If you want to have more representation in the league, get better. It's just that damn simple. Do you feel the same way about any other sport? I think the representation is pretty even in football, correct? As far as the disparity between maybe white people or black people or Hispanics would probably come in third as far as their representation in that league. If you want to compete, though, just get better. Stop bitching about somebody holding you down. And this is just my mentality as a whole. I don't like people who play victim. They allow the world to happen to them instead of simply imposing their will upon the world. Fuck all that. Fuck that. You work your ass off and you change the circumstances for yourself. So if you want to see more inclusion, get better. It's just that damn simple. And y'all hit that fucking like button because it helps my channel. I need that. I need the like button. If you don't do anything else, hit the like button if you're watching my stream. I appreciate it. Let's see. What is the session about? It's about whatever, bro. It's about whatever. I am willing to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. As long as it's actually something that's worth talking about. That's the only caveat. We can talk about absolutely anything as long as it's something that's substantive that is worth talking about. Initially, I popped it off by talking about Elon versus Trump. That's very interesting. Do y'all want to talk about just how much of a double standard there is when it comes to mothers and fathers? I don't know how many of y'all are watching or are aware of the situation that's currently going on between a guy named DDG, who I generally feel is a cornball, but obviously he has a child with Haley. What's her name? Halle Bailey, Little Mermaid. And basically, the entire world has been down on DDG. They're saying that he's an abuser, this, that, and the third, because she lied on him and said all of these things. And then all of this evidence has come out over the last day or so, where he's pretty much showed all these text messages. He showed all the pictures of the things that she's done to him, and he was trying to keep this on the low. And yet, now that has come out, and all these people owe him an apology as a father. And this is not a black thing. This is just a father thing in the U.S., in the United States of America. It doesn't really matter for the most part what happens. Once the lie is dispelled, that rumor is dispelled, and then they see that it was actually the woman's fault, all of a sudden everybody turns a blind eye to it. They just say, oh, well, I'm sure she had a good reason for doing what she did. I'm sure she had a good reason for putting her hands on him instead of, because he never put his hands on him. I'm sure he probably pushed her to do that. He probably pushed her to do it. Yeah, I know. Okay. But anyway, I digress. I just wish one of y'all were up on that. Let's see. This man voted for Biden. Who? You said that yesterday. I thought I blocked your bitch ass, Corum. All right, let me. I'm on my job today. You're out of here. Let's see. Next is, here's my thoughts. Number one, politicians, especially, let me put you on the screen. My bad. Let me stop. Here's my thoughts. Politicians, especially career politicians, are always hiding something. Number two, DEI equals didn't earn it, get better and outperform the competition. 3, drop the Epstein files. Okay. Number one, do I agree with that? Politicians, especially career politicians, are always hiding something. Yeah, every politician has skeletons in the closet. I don't think that's really a controversial opinion in any way. I would think most people would agree with that. Generally speaking, in order to get to the top, especially when we're talking about in Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., you're going to have to stomp on some people's necks in order to get to the top. That's just what it is. And unfortunately, even if we're trying to relate that to life or in the corporate America, me personally, I can speak, personally from this, the more you ascend in corporate America, no matter how clean you try to do it, there's always going to be misgressions. there's always going to be transgressions. There's always going to be people who are going to hate your ascension. There's always going to be hating ass motherfuckers that don't want to see you go higher than them. They want to have that crab in a bucket mentality. Like I stated yesterday, a lot of people would love to see you do great in life. They want to see you do well. They do not want you to do better than them. They want you to succeed. Yeah, I want you to get money. Just don't get more money than me. That's the mindset that so many people have. Unfortunately, sometimes it's your family. Sometimes it's that so-called close friend that's in your life that you think is down for you. And then when all of a sudden you start hitting your number and you start going up, they start saying, wait a minute. Why are you able to get that opportunity? Let me give y'all a quick example. When I first got out of college, when I first graduated and I got a good job, I came back to work to my old neighborhood. And there was some dudes in the neighborhood. They was like, man, you look good, man. He was like, man. I said, yo, man, how y'all doing? Everything good? They said, man, I can't call it, man, but shoot, I'm trying to eat like you. I looked at him kind of funny. I said, trying to eat like me? Well, what the fuck would make you think you deserve to eat like me? Did you put in the fucking endless hours of work like I did? Did you put in the fucking hours of studying? Did you grind your ass off year in, year out to get to the fucking next level time and time again? No? Then motherfucker, what would make you think that you deserve to eat like me? Huh? Let me stop, man. Let me stop. I'm going crazy. Let's see what we got. He said, all right. Lucky said that my brain is absolutely mixed up like a female's. That's interesting. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. What do you mean by that, Lucky? What the fuck would make you think that anything about my brain is similar to a female's in any way from what you've heard thus far, or did you just get here? Because I've literally been dropping nothing but knowledge and game since I started this stream today. Nothing but it's always some broke bitch ass nigga that got something to say who has nothing to offer in the world. Always some broke bitch ass hating nigga who has nothing to offer got the nerve to say something about me. Well, tell you what, bro. Tell you what. Let's do this. You know, I was about to do some stunting, but I'm not even going to stunt. I'm just going to keep it moving. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. And I'm not going to block you because I appreciate you watching. You bitch ass nigga, you. All right. So I'm so happy. All right. Now I got to block you. Yeah, I got to block you. Sometimes people say things that are just a little bit too flagrant, though. I got to block this other person. I'm not going to block you for trolling me. I'm not going to do that. But if you say something that's just racist, like downright racist, I got to get you out of here. All right, let's see. Why? I don't even know what that means. All right, here's the one. What's your opinion on how the Colosseum in ancient Rome affected the current world situation? Like back then, the elite used the entertainment to take the spotlight away from real issues. I'm glad you said that because that's actually that's kind of a microcosm of society now, right? A lot of people hypothesize or theorize, should I say, that that's exactly why sports or entertainment in an arena setting was created to begin with. Just like you said there are so many different things that are going on in the world, and this is still true to this day. And I guess I'm actually about to partake in this mania myself because I'm damn sure about to go hit the living room and watch Thunder versus the Pacers. But they entertain us to pacify us, and this is the masses as a whole. We are constantly being pacified by entertainment. No matter what's going on in the world, and I know y'all get tired of people being cliche and saying things like, oh, they're trying to distract you. They're trying to distract you. Man, that's just a distraction from something that's real going on in the world right now. And it's true. It's true. But you know what the fact is? The majority of people don't give a fuck. A lot of people are willingly distracted. They don't care. A lot of people don't care what's going on in the world. No, give me that football game. Shit, even me sometimes. Shit. On Sunday at 1:00, you better believe I'm going to be planted in front of the TV watching my Jags disappoint me again, like they do every year. We got Travis this year, and he's going to do great things. But will Trevor even get the ball within 5 yards of him? Probably not. That overrated fucker. Let's see. Let's go to another comment. Bill Gates has brought George Floyd back to. All right, now you. That's crazy. That's flagrant. Pregnant woman detection software. All right. Pregnant woman detection software. Hyper strengthened carbon fiber neck upgrades. Counterfeit money printer. I don't know what are you talking about? Are you spamming? What are you talking about? All your comments are like out there. All right, simple fact: politics does not matter to the average person. Is that supposed to be? All right, I struggle with the Ebonics. Is that supposed to be unless you're? Did y'all see how this shit is written? This mofo said Lesher, Lesher. That's supposed to be unless you're. Oh shit. Where do you live? Hey, Lucky, where do you live with this kind of grammar? Do you live in like middle America somewhere? You live in Kansas? Where you live at? Keep it a stack. Let's see. Hi from Scotland. Yo, what's going on, Fat Cat? What's going on from Scotland? What they got going on in Scotland right now? What's going on over there? Let's see what we got. Let's see. I was ready to start putting the work in like you did. Maybe he wanted to change his ways and eat like you. No. When all right. I guess y'all aren't up on urban culture. When you go back to hang to people or dudes that you used to hang with, and somebody say, "Shoot, man, shit, I'm doing all right. I'm maintaining, but shit, dog, I'm trying to eat like you." That means he's pocket watching you. That means he's clocking everything that you're doing. They looking at you like food. I don't want no other man pocket watching me what money I got. Don't ever pocket watch me and say you trying to eat like me. Nigga, you haven't worked like I've worked. You don't deserve to eat like me. I hate when people say that, or I hate when some people say it's the old hating ass shit. Like they say, "Oh shit, must be nice. Shit, must be nice. Must be nice." That's the see, some of y'all don't know that's covert hate. When somebody says, "Shit, man, shit. All right, man, I see you clean. Must be nice. Must be nice." No. It's not luck. Don't say must be nice. You can get it too. Just work. Just bust your ass. Just delay gratification and put the work in necessary to get to your goals. That's all it takes. It's not rocket science. This isn't astrophysics. Let's see. What I was ready to start putting in. All right, where we at? Michael. It's all good, bro. And y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're fucking with this stream. I just keep it real and raw. We could talk about whatever, but shit, 8:21 already. All right, it's good, bro. I've been listening to you for a bit, and I enjoy your perspective. Respectfully, how you feel about the one who created you, God, who gave you life? How are you using your life? Well, I like to think that I am using my life in an extremely productive way. Every single day, I absolutely just go to my fullest potential. I push it as hard as I fucking can every single day. I'm always completely grateful for everything that I achieve, everything that I'm given. But at the same time, I am absolutely never complacent and I'm never satisfied. That is the mindset that a man should have in life. A man should absolutely be grateful for everything that is given to him or everything that he's able to achieve, but he should never be satisfied with the goddamn thing. Don't mean to use God's name in vain, but he should never be satisfied with the damn thing in life. He should never feel like, okay, I've made it now. No, you haven't made it. The work is just beginning. Go harder. Go to the next level, time and time again. That is how the mindset needs to be of a man. That's my opinion. So I don't know if you're trying to throw me for a loop there, but I'm more than willing to have any conversation you want to have. It is what it is. Okay, perfect. You look like a vegan. You look like a vegan. Do I look like a vegan? No, not a vegan. I just eat clean and I work out like a madman in the gym. That's about it. Vegans, I don't really think vegans are happy with life. Is that just me? Does anybody else agree with that? I don't think you can be a vegan and actually be fully fulfilled in your life. Can you really say that you're living life and enjoying it if you're not eating like that? Let's say if you're not able to eat chicken or fish, or at the very least, those two things. If you're not at least able to eat that, can you really say that you're enjoying life? You're not even able to eat or enjoy an occasional great hamburger with cheese. Like, are you really living life? And some people are going to be a little shocked that they heard that come out of my mouth, but absolutely. The thing about being fit, guys, you don't have to eat like a robot. You can still have days where you eat whatever the hell you want. But here's the thing, and this is the part that separates the men from the boys. This is what separates the winners from the losers. you have to be able to have the discipline necessary to work off whatever it is that you eat. So for instance, if I eat, let's say I eat a few slices of pizza, which I don't make a habit of, but I do it from time to time. If I eat 3 slices of pizza, generally speaking, if they're on a large pizza, that's going to be about 200 to 250 calories per slice. So let's just say 750 calories just from those 3 slices. I know that my BMR, my basal metabolic rate, is about 18 to 1900. On top of that, I probably burn another 1,000 to 1,500 calories, given the fact that I work out so hard every single day. So I know that I'm still already going to burn that off, but even still, I'm going to go harder just because I ate that pizza and I had no business eating that shit. That's just me. That's the way my mind thinks. I'm crazy, though. I'm a maniac. Like I said, I work out like a madman. That's what it takes, man. Excellence, excellence and comfort are not related. You guys have to know that. If you want to be excellent at something, you are not going to be comfortable. And I want my body to look excellent. I want to look young forever. I want to have no wrinkles forever. I'm 39 years old. I have no wrinkles anywhere on my body. My skin still looks outstanding. I have no skin regimen. I just drink tons of water. I eat clean and I work out like a fucking maniac. It's just that simple. It's honestly just that simple. Pickle said, show us your ankle monitor. Is that like a racist joke? I mean, what is that? Are you saying that because I'm a black guy? Like, oh man, trolls, y'all, I gotta give to you. The trolls don't go to sleep. You guys never sleep. Let's see. Are you one of those guys that breaks into old ladies' houses? All right, troll. Okay, Chris, let me put you on the screen. You actually saying something? Wait a minute. Let me go back up for a second. Let me go. All right, you should not have said steak and not a. I should have said steak and not a hamburger. I like an occasional steak as well. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to foods, guys. Whether it be steak or a hamburger, those are 2 things that I only eat sparingly. But at the same time, if I'm going to eat something like that, you better believe it's going to be at a high quality restaurant. It's going to be somewhere where it's going to be an extremely high level product. Because that's the thing. I'm very simple with the way that I eat. I just want it to be of a high elevated quality. As long as the quality is high, yeah. Otherwise, you're wasting that so-called cheat meal. You're wasting it by it being some cheap burger if you do it that way. No, make sure it's a very good tasting, well-prepared burger. Or even better, make my own. I like to make my own. You know, personally, go get some 93% lean beef and just get in the kitchen and make my own. That's the way to do it if you want to really know the cheat code. That way, there's no better way to guarantee that you're getting high-quality products than you going to the grocery store and picking out all the ingredients yourself. That is the best way to absolutely guarantee that what you're putting in your body is of a high level of quality. I think all of y'all would agree with that, right? Anyways, let's see. I gave you a like for being a good sport. I appreciate that. Let's see. How many jumping jacks did you do to get that physique? I don't do jumping jacks. You guys want to know what my cardio regimen is? This is going to surprise you. But I'm going to drop some free game before I get off of here. And I'll say I give it a few more minutes. My cardio routine. You ready? Every single day, without fail, I get in at least, generally speaking, the very bare minimum is 12,000 steps, but my goal is to always get in at least 15,000 steps per day. 15,000 steps. I don't jog. I don't run. 15,000 steps per day. Believe it or not, that is outstanding cardio, and that will get you absolutely where you need to be from a cardio standpoint. Walking is the best cardio known to man. A lot of people think that jogging is, but in actuality, when you jog, especially if you're someone who does a lot of resistance and strength training like I do, if you do a lot of lifting in the gym, jogging and running will make you lose muscle. Walking, here's the fun part about it. Walking, not only does walking burn fat just as well as those two, depending on how many steps you get in, walking burns the most calories, but it also loses the least amount of fat. No, I'm sorry. My mind's turning to mush, guys. It's late. All right. It burns the most calories, but it also reduces the least amount of muscle. You retain the most muscle by walking. So you don't want to lose muscle that you're working hard to build by jogging and doing these high impact cardio. And it's really bad on your joints over the long term as well. Walking 15,000 steps a day, combine that with great resistance and strength training, your whole body will transform. You'll look like a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me. All right, let's see. I was already too lean from a diet alone. So it's not always necessary, especially if your seats are close together. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Not sure what that means. Jimmy. What is that supposed to mean, Jimmy? That means that you like to run and bike? What the fuck does that mean? Curtis, you said, do you own a gun? You better believe it. You better believe it. I am a licensed gun carrier, avid gun range participant. I got, let's see, Glock 19, AR-15, shotgun, Mossberg, pistol grip, and I also got what else I got? A DE, Desert Eagle. That Desert Eagle got some kick to it now. Let's see. If you're doing explosive movements and stuff like that, you're gonna do cardio. You're gonna lose muscle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I said. Like the more explosive movements that are required and the more impact you're putting on joints, the more muscle you're going to lose from cardio, which is why you should never, if you're serious about just simply getting as lean as possible, walking on me personally, when I'm at work every day, I take 2 breaks. I walk 30 minutes each break and I get 1.5 miles in each break. So by the time I leave work, I've already walked 3 miles. And that's on top of me actually doing the work day. Then I go to the gym, work out like a fucking maniac. And then on top of that, I'm eating all the protein. You got to get in at least 0.7 grams of protein per pound of weight. And like I said, if you combine those things together, your body will absolutely transform. You will start looking like a Greek statue over time if you combine those things. Let's see. Now, if you're doing it for sport, that's a different scenario. Like MLA, I fought professionally. Oh, you fought? Oh yeah, who's this? Leg breaker 5376. You used to do MMA? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm guessing you don't compete anymore. That's what's up, man. All right, let's see. What else we got? How many hay bales? I don't know that. Now, Curtis, that's a question I don't know. How many hay bales can I throw? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Was there anybody that I missed? What about mushroom pre-workout? Is Arnold? Not sure if you're still in here. What about mushroom pre-workout? I've used mushroom pre-workout. You're probably talking about ambrosia. If you're talking about mushroom pre-workout, very high quality stuff. And I believe their pre-workout, the mushroom pre-workout, is called Kinetic, and it works cool. Definitely not my go-to. The one that I prefer a few. I prefer Mr. Hyde. I prefer Vapor 5X. I prefer Superhuman. That's another great pre-workout. Very good ingredient profile. And that's about it. Let's see. Did I get everybody? Chris, did I get you already, man? You said you're comfortable going to the gym at 3 a.m. and lifting for about an hour. Screw excellence. I want happiness. See, those two things go hand in hand with me. I'm happiest when I'm at my most excellent. When I'm truly reaching for true greatness. And that's just me. Like I tell people every day, I have a fucking competitive disease. Like, I just can't wrap my mind around being mediocre. I just can't. I can't sleep being mediocre. I want to get the most out of every single day that I'm on this earth. Absolutely every single day. That's just me though, man. That's just me. Some of your favorite athletes have that exact same mentality. That's the same mentality Jordan had. He had a fucking competitive disease. Tom Brady, competitive disease. Being good enough just isn't good enough. And that's the mindset you need to have. You can always be better. You can always do better. Always. Let's see. How many things of shingles can you throw on your shoulder and walk up? I see. Interesting. I'm beginning to think that you're trying to like throw these subtle racially motivated innuendos, Curtis. You're on the brink of being blocked and banned. You know, you're giving me bitch ass energy right now, man. I'm trying to let you live, but I don't know. But it is about that time. We are almost rounding up into an hour. I appreciate everybody that has watched this stream. It's been a great conversation. I know some of y'all are coming in really late, but we were talking about Elon versus Trump earlier. That was a great spirited topic, and I'll be back on it tomorrow. I'll probably be back on tomorrow at 7. If you've appreciated this ism and the way that I deliver my thoughts and my perspectives. I appreciate it. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody for watching. And now it is 8:33, and I'm sure the Thunder versus Pacers has started probably about 15 minutes ago. I got money on it. I'm sure some of y'all probably do as well. Anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. As always, stay sharp, stay focused, stay dangerous, guys. It's your man Thetch the Great. I'll holla. One.